Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the world of reptiles to help you decide which makes a better pet, the bearded dragon or the leopard gecko. These remarkable creatures, descendants of ancient lineages that roamed the earth long before us, offer a unique window into the wonders of the natural world. Choosing to bring a reptile into one's home is a commitment to understanding and appreciating a life form vastly different from our own, a journey filled with discovery and a profound connection to the wild. Each species presents its own distinct charm, its own set of behaviors and needs, sculpted by millennia of evolution. Here, in this digital sanctuary for animal enthusiasts, we shall embark on an exploration of two particularly popular reptilian candidates for companionship. The sun-loving, charismatic bearded dragon, a denizen of arid Australian landscapes, and the enigmatic nocturnal leopard gecko, a master of stealth from the rocky terrains of Asia. Our purpose is not to declare an absolute victor, for the better pet is often a reflection of the keeper's lifestyle, expectations, and the environment they can provide. Instead, we aim to illuminate the path, providing the intricate details and subtle nuances that will empower you to make an informed and heartfelt decision. Join us as we delve into the specific characteristics, the daily rhythms, and the captivating worlds of these two extraordinary animals. We will examine their temperaments, their dietary requirements, the specific conditions they need to thrive, and the kind of interactions one might expect. It is a fascinating comparison, a study in contrast from the basking habits of one to the crepuscular activities of the other. By the end of our journey together, we hope you will have a clearer vision of which of these fascinating reptiles might be the perfect addition to your life, bringing a touch of the wild, ancient world into your home. Let us turn our gaze first to the bearded dragon, or as it is known in scientific circles. Hailing from the vast sun-drenched deserts and arid woodlands of Central Australia, this creature is a true child of the sun. Its very being is intertwined with the harsh, brilliant light and warmth of its native land. Observe its broad, triangular head and the distinctive spiny pouch beneath its chin, the very beard from which it derives its common name. This is not merely ornamentation. When threatened or during displays of dominance, the dragon can puff out this beard, making itself appear larger and more formidable, a dramatic spectacle of natural defense. The bearded dragon is a diurnal animal, meaning its life unfolds under the full blaze of the daytime sun. This is when it is most active, when it forages for food, interacts with its environment, and crucially basks. Basking is not a leisure activity for these reptiles, it is a physiological necessity. They are ectothermic, relying on external heat sources to regulate their body temperature. You will often see them perched on a prominent rock or branch, absorbing the vital UVB rays from sunlight, or in captivity, a specialized lamp. These rays are essential for synthesizing vitamin D3, which in turn allows them to metabolize calcium, a cornerstone of their skeletal health. Their temperament is, by and large, one of remarkable affability, particularly for a reptile. Many bearded dragons become surprisingly tolerant of human handling, even appearing to enjoy the interaction. They are curious creatures, often watching their surroundings with keen, intelligent eyes. This inherent sociability, combined with their manageable size, has cemented their popularity among reptile enthusiasts, from the novice keeper to the seasoned herpetologist. They can learn to recognize their keepers, and some even seem to solicit attention, a trait that endears them to many. It is this blend of rugged, ancient appearance and surprisingly gentle nature that makes them so captivating. Creating a suitable habitat for a bearded dragon involves replicating as closely as possible the conditions of its Australian homeland. This means a spacious enclosure offering ample room for movement and exploration. A significant temperature gradient is paramount, with one end providing a hot basking spot, reaching temperatures of perhaps 38 to 42 degrees Celsius, while the other end remains cooler, allowing the dragon to thermoregulate effectively. Proper lighting, including a high-quality UVB source, is non-negotiable, mimicking the intense sunlight they would naturally experience. Substrate choices vary, but simplicity and safety are key, especially for younger dragons. When it comes to sustenance, the bearded dragon is an omnivore, its diet a varied tapestry of insects and plant matter. In their youth, they require a higher proportion of protein, feasting avidly on crickets, dubia roaches, and other suitable invertebrates. As they mature, their dietary preferences shift, incorporating a greater percentage of leafy greens, vegetables, and occasional fruits. Providing this balanced diet is crucial for their long-term health and vitality. It mirrors the opportunistic feeding strategies they would employ in the wild, consuming whatever nutritious morsels the arid landscape provides. The lifespan of a well-cared-for bearded dragon can extend from 10 to 15 years, sometimes even longer. This is a significant commitment, one that prospective owners must consider carefully. They are not fleeting companions, but long-term members of the household, requiring consistent care, attention, and a dedicated understanding of their specific needs. The reward, however, is a unique bond with an animal that seems to bridge the gap between the wild and the domestic, a living piece of ancient wilderness, thriving under your careful stewardship. Observing a bearded dragon in its carefully constructed habitat is like watching a miniature drama unfold. The deliberate way it moves, the flick of its tongue as it tastes the air, the subtle shifts in color that can indicate mood or temperature, all these are windows into its world. They are creatures of routine, often establishing favorite basking spots and preferred areas within their enclosure. Understanding these nuances, these quiet communications, is part of the joy and responsibility of keeping such a fascinating animal. It's a continuous learning experience, a deepening appreciation for a life so uniquely adapted. Now let us shift our focus to a creature of the night, the leopard gecko. These captivating lizards hail from the dry and semi-desert regions of Afghanistan, Pakistan, northwest India, and parts of Iran. Unlike their sun-loving counterparts, leopard geckos are crepuscular and nocturnal, emerging from their daytime hiding places as the sun dips below the horizon and the cooler temperatures of evening prevail. Their very appearance speaks of their adaptation to this shadowy realm. Their skin, typically a base of yellow to brownish orange, is adorned with a constellation of dark spots, a pattern reminiscent of the feline predator from which they draw their name. One of the most distinctive features of the leopard gecko is its eyelids. Unlike many other gecko species, which possess a transparent, fixed scale over their eyes and must lick them clean, the leopard gecko has movable eyelids, allowing it to blink and protect its eyes in its often dusty, rocky environment. Another notable characteristic is its tail. This is not merely an appendage for balance, it is a vital storage organ. A healthy, well-fed leopard gecko will have a plump, fleshy tail where it stores fat reserves to draw upon during lean times. A remarkable adaptation for survival in environments where food can be scarce. In terms of temperament, leopard geckos are generally quite docile and can become accustomed to gentle handling. However, they are perhaps more reserved than the bearded dragon. They lack the sticky lamellae on their toes that allow other geckos to scale smooth vertical surfaces, meaning they are terrestrial ground-dwelling creatures. This makes them somewhat easier to contain, but their initial shyness means that interaction should be patient and calm, allowing the gecko to build trust. When threatened, they may vocalize with small chirps or barks or even detach their tail, a defense mechanism known as caudal autotomy, though this is a last resort. The enclosure for a leopard gecko need not be as vast or as intensely lit as that for a bearded dragon. Being nocturnal, they do not require the same powerful UVB lighting, although some keepers provide low-level UVB with beneficial effects. What is crucial is a secure environment with plenty of hiding spots. Caves, rock crevices, and pieces of bark allow them to feel secure during the daylight hours. A temperature gradient is still important, but achieved differently, often with an under-tank heater creating a warm area on one side of the enclosure, typically around 30 to 32 degrees Celsius on the substrate surface, while the cooler side remains in the low to mid-20s. The diet of a leopard gecko is purely insectivorous. In the wild, they would hunt a variety of insects and other small arthropods. In captivity, their menu consists primarily of crickets, mealworms, dubia roaches, and waxworms, the latter offered sparingly as a treat due to their high fat content. It is essential that these feeder insects are gut-loaded, fed a nutritious diet themselves before being offered to the gecko to ensure they pass on vital nutrients. Dusting the insects with a calcium and vitamin supplement is also a standard practice to prevent metabolic bone disease, a common ailment in captive reptiles. Leopard geckos are renowned for their longevity, often living for 15 to 20 years and sometimes even longer in captivity. This remarkable lifespan underscores the importance of considering them as a long-term companion. Their care, while perhaps less demanding in terms of space and lighting than a bearded dragon, still requires diligence, consistency, and an understanding of their subtle needs. They are not creatures that thrive on constant handling or boisterous interaction, but rather offer a quieter, more observational form of companionship. The beauty of their intricate patterns and the fascination of their nocturnal habits are rewards in themselves. Observing a leopard gecko as dusk falls and it begins to stir is a truly captivating experience. They move with a deliberate, almost stealthy grace, their senses finely tuned to the nuances of their environment. The flick of their tongue samples the air, detecting scents and potential prey. Their large eyes, adapted for low-light conditions, scan their surroundings, providing an enriching environment with varied textures and hiding places, allows them to exhibit their natural behaviors, offering a glimpse into the life of these wonderfully adapted creatures of the night. Their relatively low maintenance and fascinating biology make them an enduring favorite. And so, we have journeyed through the distinct worlds of the bearded dragon and the leopard gecko, two remarkable reptiles, each with its own unique allure and specific requirements. The bearded dragon, a creature of sunlight and open spaces, offers a more interactive daytime presence, its personality often described as curious and engaging. The leopard gecko, conversely, is a master of the twilight hours, a more reserved but equally fascinating companion, whose charm unfolds in the quiet observation of its nocturnal explorations and intricate beauty. The decision of which to welcome into your home is a deeply personal one. Consider your own lifestyle, the time you can dedicate, and the environment you can realistically provide. Are you seeking a companion that is active during your own waking hours, one that might readily interact and bask in the limelight? Or do you find more appeal in a creature of subtle beauty and quiet habits, one whose world comes alive when yours is winding down? Both species, when cared for with knowledge and dedication, can provide years of fascination and a profound connection to the natural world. Remember, responsible pet ownership begins with thorough research and a commitment to meeting the animal's needs throughout its entire life. These creatures are not mere pets. They are living beings with complex needs and ancient lineages. Whichever path you choose, be it the sun-loving dragon or the spotted gecko, may it be a journey of discovery, respect, and mutual enrichment. So which one do you think is the better pet? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more pet comparisons and tips.